coming in. And they're off and running. For the 55th running of this, the Bet365 Charlie Hall Chase. And galloping on to fence at number 1, it is Conflated, who came over with a narrow lead from on the outside at the Real Whacker. And close up in third is French Dynamite, ahead of Sam Brown, and then the favourite Bravemansgame in the orange jacket. And just sitting off the early pace, which is fairly hotly contested, is Hang In There as they now turn left-handed out towards the far side of the track. And it is Conflated along the inside under Danny Gilligan for trainer Gordon Elliott. They've just had the previous winner here. And up towards the outside at the Real Whacker, the best turned out winner, the mount of Brian Hughes. With back in third at French Dynamite. And then Sam Brown and Bravemansgame, who have met in this race in the past. And a 2-length break back to Hang In There, who is the early back marker. As they now set their sights on the line of 5 fences going down the back, and Conflated jumps over that fluently and led a length clear from the Real Whacker on the outside. Deeper still comes French Dynamite as they now come to the first of 2 open ditches in the race. Big jump there from Bravemansgame. That one currently running in 4th, no more than 3 lengths off the leading 2, who are practically side by side. And at the back end of the field on taking that one, Hang In There, who's now just moved on in front of Sam Brown as they head to the penultimate one over in the back. And the Real Whacker now takes his turn in front. The Real Whacker goes on narrowly from Conflated, both of them nose-banded. Ahead of French Dynamite, who took some notable scalps at Punchestown 17 days ago, as they now come to the last fence over in the back. Bravemansgame around the outside, the 2022 winner, runner-up to Gentleman's Game in this race last year. Sam Brown over to the inside, who was third to Bravemansgame in this 2 years ago, and Hang In There, the Summer Cup winner, is just about last of all, but very much in touch, and there's only 5 lengths covering the Charlie Hall field as they make the run back towards the home straight for the first time, and are now approaching the final 2 miles of their journey. The Patrick Neville trained at the Real Whacker, showing out in the lead here, looking to take the prize back up the A1 to Laban. In second position is Conflated, and then French Dynamite. So the Irish challengers breathing down the Real Whacker's neck as they came over the first up the home run. Maybe not the cleanest of jumps there from French Dynamite. Hang In There, the spotted cap. Sam Brown to the inside, and Bravemansgame is on the extreme left, posted widest at the next fence. Jumped it really well, though, there did Bravemansgame. As French Dynamite now comes through to lay down the challenge for the lead with the Real Whacker and Conflated. And it's a line of 3 with Bravemansgame in 4th, Hang In There 5th, and 6th and last is Sam Brown. They've moved on through their point of departure and on to halfway, and over the fence, which will be the last after another circuit. Again, French Dynamite, not overly polished, is a neck behind the Real Whacker, who brings them down past the packed enclosures with a circuit to go in the Charlie Hall Chase of 2024. The Real Whacker leading by a head over in second position, French Dynamite. Bravemansgame deeper out of Conflated. Conflated just losing his pitch ever so slightly, is back to possibly 4th now, although no more than 2 to 3 lengths off the Real Whacker. Hang In There is in 5th, and a 3-length break back to the 12-year-old Sam Brown. Off into the back they go for the final time, and it is the Real Whacker giving a bold side here, showing in front by half a length over French Dynamite in second spot, with just up in behind them Conflated and the favourite Bravemansgame. Hang In There doing just that, and then a 3-length break to, in last position, Sam Brown, who is a little bit sluggish there. He's just feeling the pinch a bit here, Sam Brown, and has lost further ground on the other 5 as they now go down to the last of the open ditches. Big jump there from the Real Whacker. Clumsy in 5th was Hang In There. That was quite a bad mistake from Emma Lavelle's charge as they now make the run to the middle fence over in the back, and the Real Whacker's jumping well, jumping boldly here. They've got about a mile to go, and it is the Real Whacker from French Dynamite and Bravemansgame on the outside, with back in behind them Conflated, the recovering Hang In There, and Sam Brown, who hasn't lost any further ground. He's still just about in touch, the back marker of the 6. 5 more fences left to jump in the Bet365 Charlie Hall Chase, and it's the Real Whacker, again giving the fence a foot from Bravemansgame, who now improves on the wide outside. Conflated back for more along the inner. Hang In There squeezing through, and French Dynamite is still competitive, and these 5 covered only by 2 lengths are a further 4 away from Sam Brown. Back on into the home straight they head. They've got just over half a mile to travel, and the real whacker trying to serve it up to them, with Bravemansgame in the orange colours now starting to take aim, and certainly moves into second, with Hang In There also looking threatening. Off the bridle now is French Dynamite. Conflated is ridden along, and Sam Brown is trying to stay on, and is now going to get past French Dynamite as they head down towards 4 from home. The real whacker over it just in front to Bravemansgame. Now Bravemansgame coming out after the real whacker. Hang In There is in third. Sam Brown, who is a bit outpaced going down the back, is staying on. And then to the inside, Conflated, but the real whacker's got them at it. 2 fences to jump. Bravemansgame on the outside, being nursed forward here by Harry Cobden. Sam Brown is running a screamer, but still the real whacker. The real whacker's 3 in front of Bravemansgame and Sam Brown. Hang In There is back in 4th. They've got 1 more fence to jump in the Charlie Hall. It's been a fine round of jumping from the real whacker. A velvety round of jumping. Another sound leap at the last. He leads by 4 over Bravemansgame and Sam Brown, and driven out towards the line, the real whacker. The prize is going to stay in Yorkshire. As for Patrick Neville and Brian Hughes, the real whacker wins the Charlie Hall. Bravemansgame is second. Sam Brown was third. Hang In There was 4th. They were clear of Conflated and French Dynamite.
Thank you. The Bet365 Charlie Hall Chase has been won by Paddy Neville and Brian Hughes with a real whacker. Brian Hughes never won the Charlie Hall Chase. Brian Hughes actually never rode in the Charlie Hall Chase.
No. No, never. I think I was riding it 1 year and it was a non-runner, but yeah, as I said, ITV, I literally started in Howard's nearly 20 years ago, and Graham won this race on
Grey Abbey.
So yeah, I said to him yesterday, if I win this, I'll dedicate it to him. So.
Yeah. I'm sure he's watching on.
I hope so. Probably knowing Graham, he's probably watching football.
That was good the whole way around. He jumped brilliant, didn't he?
Yeah, look, I obviously never ridden a horse before, but he's been around plenty, and I just sort of thought I'd kick him out the gate. He's a good stayer, and just don't move on him. Let him jump. A couple of times he was a bit careful and a bit slow, but I didn't go asking him questions, and eventually he just started to have a cut. And then when the second half of the race, I really pressed on. Obviously, some of the other horses having their first run of the season, and this guy being to Ireland and stuff, I thought he'd be fit enough. And obviously, it was a long last furlong, but glad the line came in front.
Patrick had a quiet year by his standards last year, and a lot of his horses are running well now. And if you're happy to forgive him last season, he came in here with a big chance on the form. It's great to see him do it.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't he? I mean, he's a Cheltenham Festival winner, a Grade 1 winner. So, like, I mean, obviously, they don't lose their ability overnight. Obviously, as you know yourself, horses can come in and out of form. Paddy's obviously changed yards, and his horses are starting to turn the corner. So
it's amazing that recently we talked about you'd over 100 winners here at Wetherby, but to nail the flagship races is big, surely.
Yeah, absolutely massive. Sure, look, when you're based in the north in Yorkshire, it's one of my local tracks. So yeah, it was good.
Hopefully, you'll get another ride in the next 20 years.
I'll have to wait another 20 years now. I won't be doing this job, but anyway, look, if I've got another ride another day, it'd be great.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's as if we've been gone forever, but soon it'll feel like we've never been away. It's showtime.